Hey everybody, hello lovelies. Oh my goodness, ugh, we have not done a sit-down reading in months. Guilty. I think when like the last Mercury retrograde happened, I just never snapped out of it. And I kind of like had a lot of anxiety surrounding the spring equinox this year. And I got COVID. And I was allergic to the medication. So, I mean, yeah, it was an interesting summer for me nonetheless. I'm happy to be at my desk and getting ready to do our first group reading that we've had in quite some time. So, with all due respect, let's dive in. All right, the very first thing I wanted to do was recap the energies we've experienced and also talk about our current energy as a collective. We have, for the month of July, the Five of Wands. I could see this happening easily just because I was out of town, things were sporadic. Maybe there wasn't that sense of organization that we had, you know, in the spring where we were doing oracles every morning. You could have had that could be a micro example of your macro life. Perhaps you had inner conflict going on with loved ones during this time. August, I see lots of hard work. It's not unusual to see August in Tennessee as a hardworking month because a lot of people still live on agricultural lands and it gets really hot outside and you have to do masculine chores like cutting the lawn. So not super surprised to see that we were busy in August, but then we move into September and we have the Two of Cups. It looks like if you're not in a relationship, you will be in the fall. And I think it's really interesting coming out of the perspective of the Eight of Pentacles, which talks about hard work. It's almost like there's a turning of the tables or a shift in energy happening. So that's your current energy. I know I've talked to a few of you privately. It has not been an easy summer emotionally, but I've seen a lot of you take control of your lives in really powerful ways, and I'm excited to see what unfolds for you. Okay, so with all due respect, let's get into the Starseed Oracles. I might sound a little bit off these first few recordings just because I'm an introvert and I have to work really hard to make the recordings anyways. But I think you guys know that about me. But we just got to get back into the flow. Alright, so we had 3 come out. Breath of the Cosmos. My will to thy will. Micromanaging the universe. Yeah, and that's right under inner conflict. We're feeling all of these roadblocks as if we're kind of stumbling in the dark and we keep hitting a roadblock. What Spirit is suggesting is just let go, because there is a divine plan in place, and you'll get what you want or achieve what you're working towards much quicker if you let the universe take over. Okay, next we have the Earth card, and this tells me I'm probably talking to some starseeds, and we've got some starseed depression going on. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. It's not your fault when you get depressed. People tend to blame themselves or like hold shame around that. And really, we're just trying to do our best in a really harsh world. And it's okay to seek help for mental health. It's okay to need to take medicine. And it's also okay to use other forms like exercise, or who knows, maybe you do expressionist painting and that's how you deal with your emotions. But you have to let this pain of being a starseed go, because it can hurt you physically if it just burns all day long. And that message was specific for someone. Someone's extra burned out in this group. Okay, we have empathic starseed. I mean, you guys, this card is a bit repetitive in the sense that if you're here listening today, we know you're an empath, and thank you for being one. And then we have Whale and Orca Elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. There's something you're meant to share on, and I don't think it's atypical. I think it's something that might even be outside your comfort zone, but what Spirit's saying is like you're the perfect person with the Two of Cups. This is something that would come in September. And then with the whale and orca elders, share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. This is something you might already know how to do. It's more has to do with what I'm picking up on is a willingness. If you're willing to challenge yourself to something new, because we all know we push away change and scares us, right? All right, let's get a couple from Work Your Light. We're still in Rebecca Campbell's work. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Yeah, live your life to the fullest in the sense that you're not assigned attorney at a law firm with all these rules that you can't break. You have no contract holding you down at work that's making life impossible. You're free to act as your own entity in this month is what I'm picking up on. You might feel pulled in different directions as others try to influence you in a decision-making process. Find your center, regain your center, and know that your heart will never lead you wrong. If we choose with our head, we take a risk, but when you choose from your heart, you can never make a mistake. Okay, I'm just gonna take the one from Work Your Light, and we're gonna pull a rose. So, some feminine energy. Okay. We have Lineage of the Rose, moved by the goddess, here for the soul call, gather, yes. We're here listening to one of my readings for the first time in months, and I gotta tell you guys, yeah, I had some bad days there, and I just thought of you and how happy you have all made me in your own personal struggles and regaining back your lives and the momentum you share with me every day that I get to carry into my own life and then give away to others. It's such a beautiful thing. And we are a soul family and we are here for each other. And I want everyone to know that if you're ever in a crisis, take a moderator's number. We're here for that. We're here for you. Okay. We have the breathing rose, heart healing, emotions, connection, time eases. I feel like there's been some splits that have been more painful than others. Others have been more natural. But whatever this healing is that you're doing, it's bringing you this Two of Cups energy in September. And we want that energy, you know? We want that harmonious feeling. So don't fight it. Let your body heal when it needs to heal. Okay, so we'll do one more from the rose, I think. Okay. All right, rose without thorns. You have a right to your joy, peace, and sweetness of life. Yeah, if I'm sitting here freaking out about how much time I'm taking, or if it's keeping them awake, or if my cat's angry with me, I'll never get my work done. You have a right to work in peace and to live in peace. And if there is someone overburdening your boundaries, we want to address that because that's that extra weight we're carrying in the month of August. We're not really asserting our boundaries in July, and it's put us in an uncomfortable situation. But know that in this, like, your spirit guides side with you. They want you to be happy. And take that as you will, as it is meaningful for you, the individual listener. Alright, so let's go ahead and do some of the more detailed cards, starting with crystals. Okay, we have green aventurine. I do make necklaces out of green aventurine. It says, it is easy for me to maintain overall well-being with conscious habits of health. On the back, throat chakra energy. Maintain a healthy heart. Improve beliefs about good health and overall well-being. Increase healthy outlook on all levels, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Okay, one thing from my personal life I can share with you that I've started doing is, like, if I wear makeup, I take it right off, like, when I get home. I got into this, like, really bad habit of just, like, touching it up every day, and I know every girl listening right now is guilty of this. You're like, yeah, I can touch this line up and this line. We're all good. But I've been trying to take better care of my skin because it's one little thing I can control. I might not be able to control how fast my weight loss journey is. Maybe I work out every day and I don't lose that much weight. But if I can keep my skin clean, I'm starting somewhere, rebuilding that self-care love. You know, it's so critical to who we are. All right, next let's pull another stone oracle. This is from the angel messages. Let's see what we get. Hard to shuffle tonight. Oh, we had 2 come out, and we will keep them. Okay. Ironically, I'm wearing a citrine necklace right now, but we have citrine and the angel of self-confidence. I am courageous and shine my light brightly for all to see. I am confident in my abilities. I honor and respect myself for who I am and what I can do, and I willingly allow others to see my magnificence. Shine bright like a diamond. Okay, citrine on the back, it says, are you lacking confidence? What do you find difficult to accept about yourself? Acknowledge your magnificence and focus on what you do well to increase your self-esteem. It is safe to be powerful in a loving way. Shine your light to reach your full potential. And yes, I want to share with you, I'm normally not a big citrine person, but lately it's been calling to me, and I think it's because I need that extra dose of self-confidence. Christina, I thought of you when I made this, and I told Monica I thought of you, but I don't think you like jewelry. If you do, let me know, because it had your name on it. But that's citrine faceted with rainbow spacers, and it's quite long actually too. It's a pretty piece. Let me know if you're ever wanting to customize. I'll work with you on budget. Okay. You had another one of these stone oracles come out, and we have blue apatite, and it says the angel of digestion. Okay, all right, I'm going to go ahead and tell you I'm not a medical doctor, nor am I licensed to offer medical advice, but you need to eat more yogurt, A, or take a probiotic, B. And that is just my spiritual opinion. But it says, my appetite is balanced and healthy, and my digestive system is functioning normally. I am at ease with my physical body, and I am comfortable in my surroundings. The people and situations in my life nourish me. On the back it says, are you feeling agitated? Is there something you find hard to swallow? Are you having digestive difficulties? Pay attention to what you are thinking or talking about while you eat. Wholesome food, thoughts, and conversation can make things easier to process and accept. I'm feeling an overwhelming need from the collective, because I know a good portion of you are single or living with roommates. We need to have some kind of like potluck dinner. What do you guys think? I don't volunteer my house because I have a child with autism and there's always toys everywhere. But maybe if we could have a sign-up sheet, people are interested in hosting, we could do a potluck and bring our own food, and we could really keep this sisterhood alive even when Victoria disappears. I promise you I'll come back. I always come back. Alright, so let's move on. Let's go ahead and get a card from The Soul's Journey by James Van Praagh. We have trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. It is safe to trust yourself right now. I know you're nervous about not having all of these contractual things keeping you bound. Trust that you know what to do. You have the resolve to continue out these plans. Your biggest enemy is yourself. When I see this, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe, you have to let go of the outcome, or it's going to drive you crazy. Okay. So we have Divine Abundance. Let's pull a card here. It's hard to shuffle today. Okay. Sanctity. Oh, they picked the one card I never understand. It says, through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. Yes, I do know what sanctity is, but I just always fall back on the same story where I tell people karma is very real. If you have $2 in your wallet and you give the homeless person those $2, I promise you the universe will reward you with $4. Might not be when you expect it to be, but the universe doesn't forget. She is amazing. And yes, God is a woman. No, I'm kidding. I do love that song, God is Woman. God is whoever you define your higher power to be, and that is not my job in this group to teach you who your higher power is. But I am here to acknowledge that there is a higher power greater than all of ourselves. Okay. So, Let's get the Keepers of the Light card. Okay, we have Lady Nada, Heart Awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. Okay, you have a real chance at a good relationship here in September if you're single, ladies. If you're not single, ladies, this could imply a business relationship. But we have Lady Nada here letting us know this is what our heart chooses for us. All right, and what did I say earlier? You can't go wrong when you choose from your heart. So from Divine Beloved, let's pull a card. Okay. We have Desires. I offer all longings to you. Change me, Divine Beloved, into one who offers all longings to you. Let me feel whole, knowing all true needs will be handled. You are my source for all. Again, this is Spirit pointing to us to surrender to a power greater than ourselves. Surrender to the higher power, and that is when the magic will start to happen. That's when you're going to see those positive changes that lead to that harmonious, perfect relationship. And we all want it, right? Right? Nobody's got their hand down. This is promising. The hardest part is letting go of the control of the journey, right? Okay, so along those lines, let's go ahead and pull from the Law of Attraction deck. Okay, we have Respect. It says, I can manifest love and respect when I love and respect myself. Yes. You have to be the change you want to see in the world. So a lot of times when I'm doing love readings with some of you girls, we talk about accomplishing our goals first. Whether that's getting your GED and like accomplishing that goal, or finishing dental hygiene school, or maybe you're writing a record right now and you're an amazing musician. Show yourself the respect you have earned and that you're worth, because that's what you're going to choose in a partner. And if you have kids, that's what your kids are going to choose in a partner. So let's make sure we're loving and respecting ourselves. So that starts with using kind language, and just really learning to be gentle in our own skin. Okay, let's get a spirit animal. Came out quickly, the kiwi and the cat. All right, the kiwi talks about doing a walking meditation for a week. I'm actually doing that myself right now. I would love for you guys to join me. All it is holding each other accountable. I'm taking 1 to 2 walks every day. I'm trying to get back into a size where I can start running again, and it's a slow crawl, and I'm at the beginning, so I'm all about a walking buddy. But keep in mind, when we're walking by ourselves, that is a form of meditation. Monks used to walk the different labyrinths using the stone pavers. Okay, and we have the domestic cat, and it says it's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your over-dependency on others. Yeah, this lack of contract here, they want you to have fun and explore it. Like, what if you locked yourself into unintentionally? Because what your guides are letting you know is that you're free as a bird to choose whatever you want, and it looks like it's gonna be a happy ending. Okay, so let's go ahead and get let's do an empath empowerment, and then I want to change it up a little bit. Okay, it says release your critical voices within. Yes, absolutely, that comes with giving yourself respect. It says, when a critical inner voice says, I'm not enough, or I'm too sensitive, immediately counter it with, this is not true. Focus on loving thoughts instead. I have to improve my thoughts all the time. I mean, many of you guys know that I do have a telepathic bond with my child. And sometimes I have negative thinking about myself. Perhaps, for example, I'm looking in the mirror and I've put on a really dark color lipstick and I think it looks terrible, but it's too late to take it off. I might say something not nice to myself, but I catch it and I try to change it and rewrite it so that when she picks up on that energy, it's not like, oh man, it sucks to be a woman. It's like, oh, it can be really fun and expressive to be a woman. Okay, so we're gonna do some soul trees, but before that, I'm going to pull you some tarot since we haven't done it yet. let's go ahead and get 8 tarot cards just to see what our guides would like us to take away from all of this. Okay, so we have the 7 of Coins, 7 of Pentacles. It's about planting seeds for the future. That would be like investments, for example. Now, the fall retrograde is around the corner. That is a time you don't want to sign for contracts. Okay, we have Death, Major Arcana. Now, don't forget, I hate when people are like, oh, the Death card, ah! It's just not a real thing. This is about letting something in your life go away or letting it fall away because it's no longer needed. It's no longer serving your higher purpose. We have the 8 of Cups. Okay, this is interesting, especially since we have the 2 of Cups in the month of September. This is about walking away. Okay, as you can see, the cups are empty and the person is moving on to start a new cycle somewhere else. Perhaps whatever this thing that has been such hard work has been, it's time to walk away. Maybe it's time to consider being brave enough to do that. Okay, then we have the Hierophant. This is about asking ourselves in a very big way. These are big questions. What is the right thing to do here? What is the wrong thing to do here? And we're really tearing ourselves up emotionally over a choice. But it seems to me that what your guides want from the most from you is for you to relax and let go. We have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, that's love moving in. We have the Page of Coins. This person is going to be interested in your ideas. They'll find your ideas interesting is what I'm picking up on. Okay, we have the King of Swords. Okay, still might be a very male-dominant personality, somebody that's not afraid to say how they feel. And then we have the Magician. I love that energy. So the Magician in this layout tells me that even though this person is the King of Swords and they're quick-witted and sharp-tongued, the Magician can handle it. She has the ability to manipulate the elements of the environment. And once you can do that, like everything else is just a script being acted out. Okay, we have the 9 of Coins, which is the 9 of Pentacles, indicating you're entering a new part of your life where you have newfound independence. And it's not in a depressing way either. It's in a, I like myself, I want to spend time alone exploring the things I enjoy, and it's me time. It's time for me to grow. Alright, the back of the deck energy is going to be the 10 of Swords. So we have to let something die away in order to have that rebirth into this September month where all the magic is happening. So now that we've got a little tarot pulled on this, let's go ahead and get a motivation manifesto. And this is a mantra for you to write down that you can use throughout the week. Who knows when I'll post a video next, but I'm glad I was able to do this one. I hope to get back into the oracle of the day every day. Okay. So today's motivational manifesto says, by refusing to bend on our values, we become unbreakable, solid and stable, courageous and certain, men and women of valor, worth and character. Let us build a life we are proud of. I love that. I love that. I'm going to put it right underneath hard work because it is hard to be those things. If anybody wants a close-up of that mantra, let me know. I'll take a photo. And let's go ahead and do our Gabby Bernstein, which is a huge stack. Okay, we'll take 1 or 2. Okay. It says, I'm unapologetic about what I desire and trust that what I focus on will grow. Yes, trust your manifestations. The worst thing you can do as a manifester, or, you know, if that's something you're working on, is to have self-doubt or just have that nagging feeling that whatever you're doing isn't enough. when we feed the machine of good stuff, like, hey, this is going really well, I can't wait to take that money and invest it into something new. When we feed those positive feelings, we're actually starting to grow our manifestation and bring it into fruition instead of it being a daydream in the back of our heads. Okay, so we're going to do a spirit animal. I want to see, since I checked your energy at the beginning, I want to check the energy towards the end of the reading or now. And we're going to do it using the Spirit Animal Guidebook. How is the collective showing up as an animal, Spirit? Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, we came out of our chrysalis. We're the butterfly. I love it. Put it there. Yes. What is the beauty of the butterfly? They start off as caterpillars and they go into this chrysalis and this state of frozen, and they have to just trust that they're going to open up one day like this beautiful butterfly. If you're, okay, I'm picking up on somebody saying if you've been seeing a lot of butterflies, I've sent those. They're showing me the yellow butterflies in particular that are popular here in Tennessee. You see them quite a bit. Okay, let's turn to the page for butterfly. Pardon me, these, I can never find the right page in these books. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, alright, we're into flying animals, so we're in the right area. Okay, butterfly. Undergoing great change and transformation. The energy of the butterfly is with us during periods of transition. Since air is the element of the heart, this change usually involves relationships, or if you love your job, perhaps your career. Since transition is accompanied by some amount of discomfort, be extra patient and kind during this time, especially if the butterfly is you. Let solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon. Committing to one daily routine, a meal, practice, or prayer done at the same place and time will do wonders for lifting a butterfly's spirit. It says, when in balance, cheerful and graceful. When out of balance, fragile and frustrated. To bring into balance, daily routine. And I want you to start that daily routine. Everybody, we can all do this. It could be waking up, washing your face, and going for a walk. Who's down? Who wants to hold each other accountable? I do. I need someone to. Alright, so we're going to wrap this reading up. It's been a long time, guys. I'm so happy to be back. We're going to pull 8 keywords from the soul trees. Some words for us to focus on until the next reading so that we know why we're here. Okay, we have rebirth. Absolutely, this total spread is indicative of a rebirth. It's just time. It's time to let the old die away and the new begin. You're the butterfly. Okay, we have change. Yeah, this is absolutely heralding change. And I think you're scared of it right now, but as it gets closer, you're going to realize it's all good. It's all positive. And then we have heal the heart and spirit. Okay, just because the storyline feels the same does not mean you're repeating history. I say that cautiously. We're meant to learn from our life lessons, so it's really hard to get into the same problem more than once. But if you haven't forgiven yourself for something you've done in the past, Spirit is bringing that to the surface right now and letting you know that it could be the most healing thing you will ever do in your entire life. We have the word patience. I feel like time, because we have a huge jump from August to September in the way things are. I think if we can just be patient until September, you'll start to notice change right away. Okay, we have inner voice. Listen to your inner voice. You might not always like her, but she is you in the 4th dimension. She knows better. She's lived longer. She knows better. She's the best version of you. Don't turn off your inner voice. We've lived from your heart. What did I say about making those decisions from your heart, not your head? You can't be led astray. With clarity. If you were wondering perhaps if you were going to have love come around soon, or if you were going to be experiencing any major changes or shifts, you are. But what Spirit wants you to know is have confidence. And with confidence comes clarity, or vice versa. Last but not least, we have surrender. I love that the last card is surrender. Because what was one of our first cards? It was thy will be done. Stop micromanaging the universe. That's it. That's all you need to know. Just keep being yourself. Keep living your best life. Keep showing up for yourself. Show up for your friends. Live the life of the girl you want to be. And I promise you, in 30 days, you can be her. And on that note, you guys, I am done rambling, whatever you say here in the country. I am pumped to be working the Blended Festival featuring the Chainsmokers and other famous bands that I'm not cool enough to know. But my point is, if you're going to be at the Blended Festival, please stop by the tent. I'll give you a free quick reading because I love you all so much. Do stay in touch. Those private readings are important from time to time. Sending you guys lots of love and light. Namaste.